What's going on today, YouTube? Matt with ASL Dumpsters. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be installing this, my Demco Recon fifth wheel, gooseneck to fifth wheel conversion hitch onto my 2022 Chevy Silverado 2500. I've done this a few times now. I've gotten pretty quick at it. I'm going to show you a couple issues I've had with the hitch. Overall, it's been great. It does what it needs to. But first, we're going to be taking out our two safety hooks that I just pulled off of there for the roll-off trailer. So those got to be put away and out of the way. And we are not going to be towing our fifth wheel. Actually, I have to go to our storage lot and meet my father-in-law to help him with his. He's got a 2019 Ram 3500 Cummins, and he's having four-wheel drive issues where it's either a sensor problem or a computer problem. It was starting a little while ago, about a month ago, where if it was below 50-60 degrees, he couldn't put it in four-wheel drive. And the yard where we store it at, you kind of need four-wheel drive to pull those big heavy campers up off the hill without digging into the dirt and tearing things up. So I'm gonna go help him with that. But yeah, this little video will be about putting the Demco Recon in, and I'll show you how it works. Alright, so I got it up in the bed. I would suggest getting a buddy to help you lift it. It's pretty damn heavy, but you can do it with one person if you feel confident enough. So anyway, you take a cotter pin out, and this pin comes out. So inside here is a sleeve that has this nut, and this nut is one of the issues with this hitch. I over torqued it, which was my fault the last time. I replaced it with grade 8 nut and bolt. It's a 5/8. Shouldn't have that problem again. But the sleeve inside here slips over the ball. This pin goes in here like that, so the hitch can't go anywhere. Tighten it down, torque it down to 30 foot-pounds. Put your nut retainer on here, and then this little keeper screw, and then yeah, you're installed. This is adjustable at 1.5-inch increments. I've got it on the middle setting right now. It's a good ride height for this stock truck. And so yeah, let's get to it. See there, that and that. And loosen this down so it can make sure and get all the way over your gooseneck ball. And I just pick it up from one side. Now, one thing to note on this, where your ball inserts into the hitch is not in the center. It is not directly underneath the hitch itself. It is forward of that towards the cab. It's right here. So don't drag it too far. Slip it over, get it centered, and what I do is I just kind of make sure it's lined up with my bed rails. And then really all you need is I use a 15-inch and a little 8-inch. I use a 15-inch on the big nut, and then the other 8-inch once you get it set. So you take this, make sure your sleeve is all the way over the ball, and slide it in here. So that pin is in place, it's not going to go anywhere, and your hitch can't come up. So now you can hand tighten this a little bit. Now again, this is the spec on this from Demco says 30 foot-pounds. I don't have a torque wrench. I have a torque converter attachment for my breaker bar, but it's so tall once you put the fitting on there, it won't fit underneath the head. So I kind of know what 30 foot-pounds feels like, and you know, again, it doesn't need to be crazy tight. You're really preventing it from lifting, but the weight of your trailer in this will keep it planted. Plus, you don't want to bend your pin down here. So once that nut is tight, take your nut washer, slip it over. Let me show you. There's a little hole down there, and that's where this guy goes. So you gotta line this up like that. Throw the little guy in so nothing spins out of place. You don't have to over torque that thing, just make sure it's tight, and you're done. That is the full install for the Demco Recon. Now there are, you know, again, this thing comes apart in two main pieces. There's the head and then the base, and I'll show you real quick. There's a main pin down there right here that holds the head in place, and then there are also two screws with locking nuts, jam nuts on there, and the torque specs on those are 100 foot-pounds. And then you tighten those down. Downfall with these is this top one, because it's so close up here, hopefully you can see that, it's hard to torque down to get a ratchet head on there. So anyway, simple installation, or simple use. You just pull this handle straight out to the side this way, latch in your kingpin. It'll automatically close as long as you're at the right height, and put your pin in there to lock it in, and you're done. So yeah, that is the full install for a Demco Recon gooseneck to fifth wheel conversion hitch. For those of you wondering, that is a 2 5/16 ball. This is a 3/4 ton truck, and yeah, it's pretty simple. It's a little heavy. Get a friend to help you lift it, but if you're confident, you can do it yourself. And if you guys have any questions or comments about how you guys do it, leave in the comments below. Like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.